I discovered my college scholarship was actually funded by the drunk driver who killed my parents. I was leaving the dean's office when I saw his name on the donor wall, James Wilkins minus Founder Second Chance Scholarship Fund. The same James Wilkins who ran a red light 12 years ago, killing my parents instantly while I slept at my grandmother's house. The same man whose insurance company sent checks that paid for 2 closed caskets and a childhood of therapy. The same man who served just 18 months for vehicular manslaughter. And apparently the same man who had been anonymously funding my entire college education. I couldn't breathe. My scholarship, the one that covered tuition, housing, books, everything, came from the man who destroyed my family. I'd been living on blood money for 3 years without knowing it. The financial aid office confirmed it after I pressed for details. The donor prefers to remain anonymous to recipients, the counselor explained uncomfortably when I demanded answers. But yes, Mr. Wilkins established the fund specifically for students who lost parents to drunk driving incidents. To throw the diploma I was 6 months from earning into the trash. Each semester's tuition felt suddenly like hush money payment for my silence, my forgiveness, my complicity. That night, I looked him up. James Wilkins, 54, successful real estate developer. His company website showed a smiling man with silver hair and a charity golf tournament named after him. There was no mention of his conviction, his time served, the lives he'd taken. My parents' lives. I found his office address easily. The next morning, I skipped my classes and sat in the lobby of his building for 3 hours until he appeared taller than I expected, wearing an expensive suit and laughing on his phone. Mr. Wilkins? He looked up, annoyed at first, then curious. Yes, my name is Emma Collins, I said, my voice steadier than I felt. 12 years ago, you killed my parents, Michael and Sarah Collins. The color drained from his face. His phone slipped from his hand, clattering on the marble floor. Security glanced our way, but he waved them off. Emma, he whispered, not a question. He knew exactly who I was. You've been paying for my education, I continued. I want to know why. He looked around the crowded lobby. Please, can we talk somewhere private? In his office, he paced nervously while I sat rigid in a leather chair. After it happened, he began. After I got out, I couldn't function. The guilt was as unbearable. Poor you, I said flatly. He flinched. I deserved that. Look, I started the scholarship fund the day I was released. For children who lost parents to drunk drivers. There are 17 students currently on it. 17 orphans created by people like you, I corrected. Yes, he stopped pacing. I knew your name would come up eventually when you applied for college. I made sure your application was approved. So this is what your redemption story, your penance? It's not enough, he admitted. Nothing would be, but it's something I can do. I stared at the man who had haunted my nightmares. He looked so ordinary, just a man with graying hair and tired eyes. I don't want your money anymore, I said finally. Please, he begged. You are 6 months from graduating. Let me do this one thing. I don't want your guilt money, I repeated. But I do want something else. For the next hour, I told him exactly what I wanted. For him to come to my graduation and sit in the family section alone in the 2 seats I would normally reserve for my parents. To feel their absence as acutely as I did every day. To witness the milestone they never would. He agreed immediately, tears streaming down his face. I graduated in May from my place on stage. I could see him sitting alone in a section filled with proud families, 2 empty seats beside him with my parents' photos placed on them, his face wet with tears. After the ceremony, he approached me, envelope in hand. I don't want more money, I said. It's not money, he replied. It's the speech I gave at my AFD meeting last night. About your parents. About you. I've been sober for 11 years, but I still introduced myself as the man who killed Michael and Sarah Collins. I took the envelope but didn't open it. The scholarship fund, he said hesitantly. It's yours now. I've transferred control to you.